2004, Professor, that's public, where they teach the Army captains in special ops how to stage terror. I mean, staging terrorism and false flag is so inculcated into our culture, into our government culture, that they're teaching the captains. They're teaching down to captain level. That's a mid-level officer how to stage terror attacks.
Yeah. Well, yes, I agree. But I think it will work out fine if we just consider this as a crime. And so if people often, I do a lot of talks with and particularly on Building 7, and I'm asked, now why do you do this? And my first answer is, well, I'm against crime, because who ain't? So everybody can subscribe to that. And I think if just justice is established, it will go automatically the rest of the way. And 9/11 is really a window of opportunity. It should be considered as that.
It is. It's a window into the underbelly
of this. It's a window of opportunity for turning things around.
In closing, Professor, joining us from the Netherlands, they're in Copenhagen. Denmark, actually. I'm getting the countries wrong here. Yeah. I'm kind of brain dead today. I didn't get much sleep last night. Obviously, yeah. That whole area was my parents' favorite area. Is what I meant to say. But anything closing comments for folks?
Well, a closing comment for I believe that this is going to break earlier than most people think. I think it's really taking up speed these days. I can feel it personally, I can feel it in my mailbox. And ask questions to your local representatives. And for all of you out there, write letters to your local newspapers. And your local editors are the key persons in this game. And so, that would be my closing sentence. Go out and ask questions and ask your local representatives and send letters to your local editors. It's going to work if we stay together on this.
Absolutely. I want to give a shout-out to nano-thermite Bob in Beverly Hills. One of my friends just text messaged me. I wanted to give a shout-out to him. And again, obviously, you're in Copenhagen, Denmark. I apologize for saying Netherlands earlier. I have barely been sleeping at night trying to track this flu situation. But, sir, we really, really appreciate you joining us, Professor. And as this unfolds and develops, we want to have Niels Harrit back on the show. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you. It's been nice being with you, Alice, and keep on doing your good work.
Hey, it's been great having you, Professor, and maybe sometime you can come to the U.S. for a speaking tour and I can come meet you.
Very nice. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
I will.
Thank you so much, sir. Take care there in Copenhagen, Denmark. My wife's going to kill me. She actually lived in Denmark for 2 years. I know that's not the Netherlands. That's north of there. But I was thinking about the Netherlands. I've gotten to the point where I can't go to bed even at 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and I get up at like 6:30, 7 in the morning. And I've been making a lot more mistakes here the last few days on air. I was calling Alan Watt Alec Baldwin earlier because I was about to play a clip of Alec Baldwin. Oh, anyways, wow. What an amazing interview. Okay, we got Burmis coming in the last segment to hit the latest developments on the flu. He'll be live tonight, 9 to midnight. I'm going to be up here at the office working, so I'll be popping in with any new developments with Jason, and then I'll be back Sunday 4 to 6 p.m. with the syndicated main transmission. I'll do internet-only, prisonplanet.t. Burmis is freaking out with the new stuff he's got. He's going to come in here in just a moment, transmission, 8 to 10 like I did last Saturday, but it looks like it is a complete hoax, and that is good. But we're not out of the woods yet with these people because they could stage something else, or they're saying some new flu could pop up. And these globalists love to brag about what they're going to do to us beforehand. Jason Burmis has a bunch of new developments on this front. Jason Burmis, you'll hear tonight 9 to midnight Central. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Sure, and we're going to be covering all of these stories in depth. We only have a few minutes right now, but the top one, or the top two anyway, the first one is company warned officials of flu 18 days before alert was issued. This is the Veritech Corporation, and CDC officials in Atlanta said they were aware of Veritex claims, but hadn't been working with the company. Now, this just shows more prior knowledge. We showed you the company.
The Mexican authorities knew on the 18th, and they didn't do anything because it's nothing.
And then on the
governments are hyping it to grandstand and to divert from the economic news.
And on the 9th, they passed this big $100 million contract for pandemics and influenza with, what is it, Santa Fe Aventis.
And it turns out before then they knew it was coming, and we're going to fearmonger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but leave the borders open, but they may have to lock down U.S. cities.
Now,
we're going to leave the borders open, but get to the next thing. If one person's got it, lock it. But leave the borders open.
Yeah, this one is probably the most disturbing for me. Hong Kong seals off hotel where H1N1 found. A 25-year-old man had been staying there. He had the symptoms, so they immediately took him to some other secure location. They quarantined both of his friends, put them in isolation wards at another hospital. But here's the really scary part, Alex. They're shutting the hotel down. They're quarantining the hotel. They're keeping all 200 guests and 100 staff members there for 7 days. You're not quarantining me. I promise you that. This is happening in other countries first, but it's not out of the realm of possibility here. When they're landing planes and dragging middle-aged women off with oxygen masks and hazmat.
Yeah, they're acting like it's outbreak or something, and one person's died in the U.S., Hoax. But again, there's a danger because they're talking about martial law, forced inoculations, even if you're not sick. They are conditioning you for their next move.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the next one. The World Health Organization is admitting that the existing vaccines are little use against the new flu. So, you know, what is it? It's Resinol and Tamiflu, I believe it is. Or
yeah, those are antiviral drugs, not vaccines.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying, they're not going to work, so don't take them. CDC is admitting that this virus does not have the genes that made the 1918 flu so deadly. That's out of Fox News. So this isn't a big deal. I keep telling people this is a mild flu. This is not a real pandemic. But then they turn around.
But they have death tents set up down the road in Austin. They're going,
Well, they put out these scare pieces. Here's a scare piece. Not scared of the flu yet? Online exhibit may help. And then they link you to this online exhibit where 100 million people died, and it's the 1918 pandemic. So they are still trying to fearmonger.
They're now saying 100 million people?
Right here it says, I believe it's 40 million and 100 million, between 40 million and 100 million people.
Yeah, see, I'm always saying 40 million. I get emails going, you're exaggerating.
Well, it says 40 to 100.
But it even goes up. That's what I'm saying. I always say 15,000 die a year. They say 35,000 die of flu. My point is, thousands are dying of flu, and they're literally fear-mongering. You know, thousands die of normal flu. We need to be telling everybody this.
Yeah.
You know, 35,000 die of flu, no big deal. One person, martial law.
All right, and this one right here. Swine flu source spans wild conspiracy theories. And in this one, they're trying to say that Al-Qaeda and Mexican drug cartels released the virus. Now, we got to...
And then they try to blame us. No.
Yeah,
listen, no, I was attacked in MSNBC, bro. They say we're saying this and that we hate Mexicans.
It's ridiculous.
There's nothing about Mexicans other than saying it might be race-specific when we didn't know what was going on. So the media is fear-mongering. We're here breaking it all down. Back tonight, 9 to midnight with the InfoWire with Jason Burmis. I'll be back Sunday live 4 to 6 p.m. unless things continue to deteriorate. And it looks like they're not unless they declare martial law and go to level 6, which they say they're already at, and try to forcibly inject you. Retransmission starts now with a key recap on the streams at Infowars.com. Get the free podcast. Keep spreading the word about the show. We're under attack, which means we're doing our job.